Hello, ladies and gentlemen, probably just gentlemen. Welcome to Fats GT's exhibition. It's the Golden Oldies in honour of the GT Blanc Pain series. That was a series that ran between 2014 and 2019. Therefore, we are only using cars manufactured in 2019 or before in honour of the event. So it's nice to see a nice mix of cars. Right now, currently in practice, the Bentleys, P1, P2, looking very quick here. It is strange seeing non-meta cars in such lobbies. Seem to be the meta. So today we are at Silverstone, world famous track. Should make for some good racing here today. So let's get some facts for Silverstone. Did have some ready. Yeah, a lot of usual suspects here today. A lot of Fats GT drivers coming in from last season's GT3 and GT4 season. We have 20 drivers on the grid, which is always good to see. And of course, this is the Silverstone GP circuit. So 3.66 miles, 18 corners. Such as iconic corners as Cops, Maggots and Beckett's. As we see Warner go and give the barrier a little kiss. Levi Warner, very accomplished driver, back in the Porsche where it all started from, really. Yeah, lots of straights here for that Bentley to unleash its power. I think that's where it finds most of its time today. And we do have some new drivers joining us. There's G Brown in the Honda NSX. So I have names like Bloom, Cabeko, Abate, and old favourites returning as Niels, Robert, Jay Francis. We also have 4 Fats champions in the lobby today that I know of. So you have Anton Semenga, recent GT4 champ, M. Williams, recent GT3 champ. You got Al Warner, he's a GT3 champion of the past, and you also have Wilson Gige, a GT3 champion of the past. I think Warner's also won a GT4 season. So lots of champions here today for this exhibition. And if you are tuning in and you are a member of Fatch, keep an eye on the Discord after the race. You can expect some announcement on what's to come next year for Fatch GT. So as the drivers come out, apparently looking mighty powerful. I hear all these old engines roaring and screaming. As we'll go on board, we'll probably go on board with Williams, who had the quickest time of practice. See what he does. He warms those tyres up. All the cars coming out. Let's hope we keep it clean today. He goes to try and get past Godzilla. So all classic liveries today in honour of the Blanc Pain series. These are old icons, honouring the ones that came before. Just listen to that. What a beautiful sound that is. Very surprised, because it was available. The Aston Martin V8 is barely in this lobby. I don't know if that's what Coleman's using, but it's still considered a meta car these days. So it's surprising not to see the Aston, but it's nice to see people testing their mettle with some of these old beasts. As the cars get ready for their first quick laps of quali, 20-minute qualifying session here. As Williams sends it into Cops. Next to come is Maggots and Beckett's. Gotta have big balls. Send it through here. Little downshift, back on the throttle. Staying tight to the left to maximise the exit out of Chapel. Next up is the Hanger Straight, where he can make this Bentley sing. Sure, the Richter scale here at Silverstone is going off with these engines growling. Into the chicane. Club. The traditional start finish straight, and then on to Abbey. Full send round here, stay tight on the inside. Bit wide there for Williams. That'll probably be an invalidation. I'm sure if he managed to keep it, but that would have bleed all his speed. So that's most likely invalid lap. We've got the other Bentley here of Anton Semenga, current GT4 champion. Brakes right at the curb on the right. Looks to be endless grip out there today. Hardly any slide. That is a funky livery. Beautiful looking thing. So as we follow Semenga, current Fatch Esports driver. We're looking forward to the Aztec Racing League Endurance Series in 2 weeks' time. 12 hours at Bathurst. So we do send our best wishes out to our glorious leader, Niels Baslia, aka Shoe very ill today with the man flu. So we send him our best wishes, and I hope you get well soon and can join us for the next one. As Semenga comes up to the start-finish line, will he bank in a lap there? Does, sticks it straight on pole with a 59 flat. Very quick time. That's a good time in any car, let alone the Bentley. Currently a second and a half in the lead on his own. I'm sure Williams will get close to that. You also have Didona in a Nissan, in a Godzilla, followed by Levi Warner. Second and a half back from Semenga respectively. Wilson Guigay in the Jaguar. Now that is a car I did not think we would see today. Not the typical choice, but fancy the challenge. 1.6 seconds down for Guigay. But we all know what he can do. Incredibly fast driver. Immensely talented. Richards is behind him in P5 in the Lexus. I'm sure there'll be plenty of movement on this board. Still half the grid at least to put times in. So Semenga probably happy with a 59 flat. I wonder if he's just going to go down, have a drink, quick bathroom break, and just see what happens. Let's go see what Baz can do in that AMG Mercedes. A lot of these cars, learning experiences for these drivers. They're not typically cars that you'll have much time with. So that's going to be alien to most, I imagine. Tell you what, Badge could have picked a different livery. That is ghastly, mate. Ghastly. It's like a giant bogey flying down the hanger straight there. So remember, if you are tuning in, stay tuned on our Discord for some announcements, some big announcements at the end of the race. You will not want to miss out. Let's see what Baz can do. P8 for Baz. Will he improve? Does improve. 201 flat for Baz. Very impressive lap. P5. Mario Richards in the pits in P7. Is anyone improving? Yep, we have Jay Francis in the Porsche looking to improve. Currently a second up as the yellow flags wave ahead of him. That's probably the pit lane bug. Good improvement for Jay Francis. That puts him up to P12. As the car behind, I think, just snatches the position off of him. The Sturger up into P7 in the Nissan in Godzilla. Improvements from Robert also. newcomer of the year in the GT3s. Season, he picked up some better results as the season progressed. 3 tenths up now. As he heads into the chicane, it's nice to stay tight on that first corner. Really straighten up and get a good exit out of the left-hander. Looks like he's done that. 4.5 tenths now. I'll pucker your butthole. Full send through the left. Does have Baz breathing down his neck. Baz not a very aggressive driver though. Oh, Baz having to correct himself. He's just going to let him go. Roberts is improving still. 8 tenths, 9 tenths a second. He's probably got another half second in there. Look at that time. Oh. So can Robert find some positional improvements here? Exit out of here, vital. Can't get on the power too early. Very smooth. It's important to stay as far right as you can here. Doesn't do it. That probably cost him half a tenth, but that puts him. He maintains P18. Not much of an improvement. Dodonna has found himself in P2. Where is Williams though? I do expect him to see up there. P3 for Williams. See what Guiget is doing. How he's doing a 2 minute in a Jaguar, I don't know. But he is also improving. I'll be amazed if he gets a sub 2 minute lap. The car just seems to lock up into the right hander there. Loses all that time gained. Probably won't be an improvement for Guiget on this lap. Anyone else? We're here with D. Herbert in the Audi. Looking to improve, looking to better his time of 2:01.2. 4 tenths up currently. A bit of snapback. Does get the car on the line it needs to be on. Fantastic exit, gains time. Into the chicane, you're looking for the curb on the right. The second that touches the car, hard into the brake, tight onto the left. Lovely driving. Oh, he is coming up onto the Godzilla of Versterga. Versterga just letting him pass. Maybe the dirty air has already caught Herbert out. Lovely flowy track, Silverstone. You hook everything up perfectly. You do feel like you're flying. Blue flag ahead. Behind, sorry. That's just for Sturger, who's already deemed to let him pass. So almost a 4 tenth improvement. Bit too tentative into the left-hander there. Has managed to lose all that time gained, but seems to be doing well on the exit. Still getting at least a tenth. I don't think that'll be enough to find him in more positions. 8 more minutes of qualifying, so it's about 4 laps remaining. Williams still looking to improve. He's not doing that on this current lap. So Niels comes out of the pits to try and better his current position of 17th, which just comes out of Maggots and Beckett. A little bit wide. I think that's an invalidation though on the exit. Looks like it is. Kevin Minderhood has found himself up at the P9 in the Lexus. Not too bad. Again, welcome viewers to our Golden Oldies event. Thank you for your participation. As we follow Cabeko. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I'm a boring Englishman. We don't really get much flair around here, but 1.6 second improvement. Forever growing, however, it does go slightly wide. A little bit of snapback, but it will be a 1.6 second improvement. Currently sitting in 18th. Stays in 18th. So let's see what we'll do. Let's have a good overview of this. So Temenga currently with 59 flat, followed by Dodonna. Now Williams was in the 59s in practice. There's no reason why he can't get there again. So Dodonna in the number 7 Nissan GTR. Says it's first race back on ACC in months. Well, you're doing well, mate. You stuck it in P2. Bentley looks very strong round here as he comes out for a lap. So he's probably got time to get 2 in. Warner maybe just accepting that P5 is all you're going to get. I would like to see him go out again. See if Williams is improving. I think he's just let some cars go past actually. Oh, we got an improvement from Brown on the way. The Honda NSX. If he's made any changes to his setup, but he seems to be flying. This could be a podium time. Maybe even front row if he keeps this up in that Honda. Almost a 6/10 improvement. So that time keeps improving. I was wondering if he's going to try and get a bit of draft off of Dodonna there. Opposite not to use it. That Audi, the anti-suspension machine, as we saw it. Background there. Lovely livery. Must be very much of the Alpha Tauris, yeah. Brown 6.5 attempts up. A few corners remaining. This next corner is one you can gain heavily on, but a couple of millimeters missing your brake marker and you're killing time. So it looks like a good exit as well. It's almost going to be a second improvement. This could put him on the front row. Just manages to stay in the boundaries there in the white lines. Huge lap for Brown. That has put him on the front row. That's P2. Beautiful lap. Absolutely beautiful lap by Brown. Anyone else improving around? Williams is also improving. He has got more time to find though, we know he has. It is still early in the lap. 3/10 improvement. This could be the one. Five attempts. Is this an outlap? I think he might have already invalidated. Just keep an eye on that. We'll come back to him shortly. So Roberts is currently 2/10 up on his time. He'll look to improve. The donut is slowly getting knocked down the pecking order. He'll need to find another good lap in order to get back to where he was. Versterger also looking to improve. Currently sitting on a 201 flat essentially. Which is still a good time here. Hasn't had much time with this Nissan. Now Guiche in that Jaguar has somehow managed to find his way into P3. That does not surprise me. That thing could drive. He could drive a shoebox and put that there or thereabouts. That does not surprise me. Now, where is Williams? So check back in. 58.9 from Williams. That was a valid lap. That is pole. That will probably be pole. I cannot see, unless maybe Brown does something extreme. I don't know what Temenga's got left in the tank. He's matching. Even his last lap was incredibly close to his set time. I think he'd really have to find something special to Temenga to take pole back off of Williams. Did Brown have anything left in the tank though? We will try and find him. I cannot believe Guiget has made it into P4 currently in that Jag. Brown is finding some improvements. He needs to get in the 58, so he needs at least 5 tenths to be close. He's almost there. Up into the chicane. There is a car in front. Hopefully that doesn't put him off. So he's found 5 tenths. What was it for Williams? I think it was a 58.9. Brown just not nailing that that series of corners. Still finds himself about 5 tenths up. Dropping down to 3.5 tenths. Still got some track to go. I don't know if this will put him back on that front row. Really sent it there. Stay narrow. Wait for that moment to get back on the throttle. A little bit of rear tyre slide. Maybe a bit too early there on the throttle. He's got time for one more. And he's got it there. He's got the potential pace there to do it. Instantly gains 2 tenths. Cops. See him really fighting to squeeze every millisecond out of this. Bit messy. Sometimes slower is quicker. Quicker is slower. Not as tidy as he would like. Through Maggots and Beckett's. Just quickly checking on elsewhere what is going on. Niels looks to be improving. He can make it out of 18th. I think a lot of people calling it a day. Sanders giving it a go, but he won't improve this lap. Colm also improved. This looks like a very competitive grid some of these times. Brown is still improving. I think at the very least he'd be looking for P2. Everyone will be watching him. Much better through that series of corner, much tidier. Now how late do you dare leave it? Swing it round. Left it a bit too late. Oh, that's a shame. That is a shame. That will kill his lap. He'll be down to essentially a 10th up instead of the 4 or 5 that he was. Just a little bit. One mistake. That's all it takes. That is such a shame because he'll know the pace was there to potentially challenge Williams for that pole. Unless someone's taken it off Williams, they haven't. It will be Williams taking P1. Temenga 10th and a half behind him. The Bentleys show into their class today. Not a car you often see at the top of any ACC grid, but it is good to see some new manufacturers up there. So Williams, Temenga, G Brown round off the top 3. Guiget somehow in the Jag, Spirit to P4, followed by Didona P5, Abate P6, 2 new drivers here. Herbert also a new driver, followed by Minderhood. Minderhood could be proud of himself there in the Lexus. He should be very happy with himself in P8. Al Warner struggling with that Porsche. He does prefer one of the other Porsches. I think it's GTR 3. Anyway, Baz P10 in the Mercedes. De Guel P11. Versterger down in P12. Richards just behind him. P13 in the Lexus. Boss P14. Colmer's 15th. Bloom 16th, Jay Francis 17th, Niels 18th, Cabalco 19th, and Robert in 20th. Can't see the rest. I think that is it, just the 19 cars. So Battle of the Bentleys as we go into turn 1. As we have a little intermission now. So again, if you are tuning in, and if you are a regular Fats driver or a new one, please keep an eye on our Discord for after the race, as there will be a few announcements to make regarding what is to come for Fatch. And do not forget, if you did not know, December the 16th, I believe, it is our final event of the year as we see out 2024 with the Christmas at the Nordschleife event. A 75-minute race of the Nordschleife. It is multi-class. GT3 is filled up, but there are still some slots of GT4, I believe. But the Nordschleife in chilly conditions, and we ask our drivers create some sort of Christmas-themed monstrosity for livery. God, I hate Christmas. But yeah, so make sure you're there for that one if you've got nothing better to do. If that's Boss in that gold, I knew it would be Boss. Knew it would be Boss in that thing. Shocking. Get some new colours, Boss. That isn't an official livery. If that's an official livery, my name is Anne Frank. I'm not having that. That Guichet. Lovely performance in P4. In that Jag. As nice as it looks, it is absolutely awful. As we wait now for the intermission timer to finish and our cars get out on track. Let's go for a short break until that moment. So it's time to make some predictions. I think it's easy to say when the Bentleys will bring this home. However, I did see some promising pace from G Brown in that Honda. Definitely had 4 or 5 attempts in him. Just a couple of mistakes, especially on that last lap. Dipped a rear tyre off the track. Lost him 4 or 5 attempts on the hanger straight. You could definitely match these boys. So I would guess, if there's no incidents, lap 1, that it will be a 3-horse race at the top. However, when pit stops and mandatory pit stops are involved, anything can happen. Remember, if you're a new driver, manual pit limiter at Fats GT, you will have to put that on yourself. So do not get any penalties for speeding in the pit lane. That's a great way to ruin your race. Do it a little bit differently here. As the cars form up on the grid. Looks like it's a short formation lap here. Oh no, that's a full. That's a full formation lap. So let's hope all our cars have remembered to fuel themselves properly. Again, guys, stay tuned in our Discord at the end of our race for some announcements. So I think we will start this race on board with Brown. And keep an eye on that battle up front with the Bentleys. Let's hope everyone can get through the first lap safely and cleanly. It is a 60-minute race. It's a marathon, not a sprint. You cannot win the race on lap 1, but you can definitely lose it and ruin some others on the way. So let's keep it clean, boys, and have a good race. Here's a quick fact for you. Sander Versterger once won Gynecologist of the Year award in the Netherlands. That is the random fact of the day. If you do not know what a gynecologist is, do not Google it. So Sander Versterger complaining that the tyre wear is so bad on the front, and that was just in quali. That was 20 minutes. This is an hour. Sander, better take care of those front tyres.
Seconds. 20 seconds.
So here we go for the formation lap. So we'll stay on board for Brown for when the race starts. Again, well done to Guiget. How he's put a, I almost swore that in amazement. How he's put a Jaguar in P4. That is the beauty of fun races. Get to see some things you don't usually see. Wouldn't be surprised if our servers explode, just because this situation has never happened. There's never been a Jaguar outside of the top 10. The Jag. Come on, Wilson. 2 Bentleys, P1, P2. That Bentley power, untouchable on the straights, that thing.
Green light, go, go, go.
Oh, it's a short lap. As Wilson goes for the outside send and the Jag, does go off track, but makes his stick. Fairly clean behind, it looks like a little bit of drama at the back. Oh, there's a spin going into Maggots and Beckett's, a little bit of a hit. Hopefully we have some safe rejoins here. No one else gets caught up. Do have some yellow flags. It's Herbert in the Audi. The anti-suspension machine, and Robert, unfortunately. Long race, gentlemen, 60 minutes to go. If that damage ain't too bad, no reason you can't get back into it. Drive through for Colmos, I imagine that's a false start, or along those lines. Minderhood has worked his way up into P6 from P8. Warner has also made some spaces up. Late on the brake. Looks at the inside, isn't quite there for him. But the story of the start so far, Wilson Guiget somehow wormed that Jag up into P2. And is chasing down the Boatley, sorry, the Bentley of M. Williams. So Guiget's going to go sniffing for the inside. It's just trying to get in the head of M. Williams. Look at that action behind. Very tight there, Wilson. Gets to that corner. This is where Temenga may claim him. Wilson will have the slipstream on Guiget. Guiget will have the slipstream on Williams, but Temenga has the Boatley. Doesn't quite get caught up though. As Wilson goes a little bit wide, but holds the line. Temenga's going to want to make this move stick. You can see. But Temenga also receiving pressure from the Honda. Now that thing's no slouch on the straights either. Okay, where are we? Oh, it looks like we're in for some good racing today. Dodonna in P5, chasing down the Honda of G Brown. Now Maggots and Beckett's particularly difficult when you're in that dirtier. Top 5 get through, followed by Warner. Be looking to pick up any scraps. How close all these cars are. As Abate is chasing down the green bogey. Mercedes of Baz goes to show him the nose, tries to put him off his line. Nothing going there for him. Oh, this is wild. Again, Abate looking to put Baz under pressure. Baz has to lift slightly there on the exit. I think he had a bit of snap or oversteer. Needed to lift to see it off. Nissan is no slouch on the straights. Baz covers off the inside. That's all about the exit here for Abate as Baz looks to go down the inside of Kolmos. Doesn't make it stick. Gets a bit spooked, I think. That might... Kolmos is, I don't know if he's going popping to Lidl's, but he's gone off. Now he's come back. Kolmos trying to keep his positions. Kolmos will lose out. So Abate and Baz both going through. Kolmos there. See what is going on at the front. Guiget. Yep, we thought this would happen. The Bentley of M. Williams starting to get away. Jack just not having what it needs. But he's still holding off to Menga. But he's not going to have the slipstream now. You see that Boatley. And closer and closer and closer. Looks to the outside. I think Temenga will get him on the next big straight. As Komos serves his drive through. Oh, Temenga getting very close to the rear of Guiget there. Williams will be enjoying seeing this. He's off. Now Temenga needs to stay close here. I think he needs to put all his eggs in one basket and wait for this next straight, but I don't know if he's going to be close enough after that little close incident at the chicane. We'll see. Currently at 0.4 seconds behind. 0.3. 0.2. So he's going to have to be 0.2 behind on the exit. Don't know how skilled Guiget is though. So Brown's starting to fall off the back of these two, but if they start fighting, he will come back into it. Dodonna is still holding on to Brown also. Warner falling back a bit, but has gotten himself up to P6. You just hear that Bentley, very intimidating. Wilson does try cover the inside. Temenga couldn't quite make it through. Does get the better exit. But Wilson should be able to defend again. But will he have the inside for the right-hander? Little bit of contact. Temenga will have to concede. All the while, Williams checking out. Wilson trying to use all of the tricks to hold that Boatley off. So what? He's lucky George Russell isn't in the other car behind him, because he would have got about 6 penalties by now. I was wondering if Temenga would try and sling that up the inside. Now this is where it'll happen. 0.3 now. Temenga closer than the last lap. Wilson already trying to get out of the slip. Now I don't know why Temenga hasn't followed him in the slip there. The Jag holding off. But this has allowed Brown and Dodonna back into the fight. Williams with a 59.2. He's just relaxing up there up front. Possibly the greatest sound in the world is a car on curbs. ASMR. Let's see what's going on elsewhere. It was like Kolmos, after that stop go, has found himself back. Versterger's also been caught up. A lot of rear damage for Versterger. Not sure what has happened to him. That is unfortunate. Lots of time though, but rear end damage in that Nissan can be quite a lot to deal with. As a Cork is chasing down the Jag of Baz. It's the Jag, the Mercedes of Baz. Bate has also broken away in that Nissan. So really the battle at the moment, I would say, is Temenga, Donna, Brown and Guiget all fighting for that second and third. So we stay on board with Temenga as he looks to chase down Guiget. And again, needs to stay in that slipstream. Use that boatly power. It's going to be too far away again, I think. You can see how that gap just shrinks the second they get up to speed, but just not happening the right moment. It's a bit of a slide there for Guiget. Now this is a sketchy moment to Maggots and Beckett's. Oh, big slide for Guiget, but he holds it. Temenga did force him off, so it is nice that he's let him back through. Guiget nowhere to go. Neither wanted to pull out. I think Guiget's still hanging on there on the left side. Oh, Guiget did ever so well to hold on there. But I would say now, unless Temenga makes a mistake, there's no way Guiget's getting that Jag round him. Brown still right in this fight as well. Guiget sent it down the inside. Oh, balls of steel. Balls of steel. Oh, guys, it's getting the elbows are coming out. This is prime racing. I mean, this is just a fun race, but it is good to see a bit of competition. As they go too wide, and Temenga finds himself back into his position. Guiget knows that he has to keep hustling because if Temenga gets a lap on his own out front, it will pull away, I imagine. These guys really pushing. Oh, this is great. It's not right off Brown. Brown is still there. Let's try and get another angle. As we see Temenga starting to break out of that slipstream range now. This is why Guiget was fighting so hard. I think he knows that once that Bentley gets away, it gets away. All the while, Williams has already built a 10-second gap in 15 minutes. because of that fighting. And Warner's also closed up to 3 seconds from 5. That has aided him. He probably could have done with an extra lap or two of fighting though. Guiget putting that car exactly where it needs to be to dampen the assault of Brown. Guiget driving incredibly defensively. Brown just going a little bit offline there. Through Maggots and Beckett's. Dirty air probably a factor. And that has brought the donut straight back in, flashing his light and weaving. I wonder why the Donna opted not to pass there. I think he's trying to work together potentially with Brown to stay on the back of these guys. Maybe not trusting his whole pace properly. Tamenga almost 2 seconds up already. So we are still on for a Bentley 1-2. Who will take that third spot? Pit window will open in 4.5 minutes. Now, we already know Sander Vestergaard was complaining of tyre wet. So whether the undercut will have a huge effect here, we do not know. And we've already seen how effective it can be to be the car ahead, to have track position. So let's go see what is going on elsewhere. Oh, Brown really fighting with the car there. So it looks Warner. It looks like Warner's really starting to find his rhythm in that Porsche. 1.6 now to gap. 2 seconds to gap now. It is helping him what is happening up ahead. So consistency the key here for Warner. Just to stay where you need to be. And there's a huge gap between Warner and De Guel in the Honda. He's followed closely by Minderhood. 3 seconds, 4 seconds back is Riches. And he's closely followed by Abate. And Baz has hang on to the back since he's been passed. He hasn't gone anywhere. So the field is still pretty tight all the way down to P15. Apart from P7, obviously. A big gap between P6 and P7. So say that P3 and P6 close, and P7 down to P15 all pretty close as well. As Niels looks to chase Bako. Vestergaard dealing with that rear damage. Now I don't know if he'll opt to. You would imagine he'll opt to fix that. Second the pit window opens and then optimizes last 36, 37 minutes out on track. Brown still chasing down Guiget up near the front. But we'll see, we're still on board with Abate as he tries to catch Riches. So Abate now on the inside. Into Cops. Battle of the balls. Ches goes off track. Baz looks to sniff and take anything. I think Rutgers will hold the position, albeit because he did go off track. But he won't mind, he won't care. It is race on. As Boss also looks to join the party. Close behind him is Cork and Robert. Two, you would say, veterans of Thatch now. They did take part in the entirety of Season 5 of the GT3 season. Go as much as enthralling as this battle is. I just do want to go see how Guichet is doing. Trying to hold on. It looks like the Donna has made the move on Brown. Let's try and find that. Yes, Brown falling back. The Donna says, you know what? I'll give it a go. It's my turn to chase down this Jag. Warner 1.7 back now. Is closing that gap. He'll be licking his lips at the prospect of what could be. Pit window opens now. It'll be interesting to see what the cars choose to do with the undercut is used. 59.6 for Temenga. 2 minutes for everyone else. Brown 2-2. It's definitely had a moment. 201 flat for Warner. Let's go on board with the Donna. See if he has any more success. Attempted to get past the Jag of Guiget. I mean, looks like the Boatley's very superior here. He still made that difficult for Temenga. So let's see if the Donna can use that power of Godzilla to get through. Warner looks like he's dropped back a second and a half. That maybe a little moment for him. Needs these boys to start fighting again. We've also, what could be an issue going forward in all that battling, we saw a lot of people going very wide off track, skipping corners. Were track cuts given? 4 of those, and you're back in the pits for a stop-go or a drive-through. It does look Temenga's dropping the gap to Williams as well. I think Williams was a good 10 seconds ahead of Temenga at one point. That's fallen to about 8. I think Warner has come in for the attempt at an undercut. I think he's going to try and rely on these boys out there to get in some fights and lose some time. Now, how much clear track can Warner find? That's the question. Let's find Warner. He's serving his pits to see how if he comes out into clean air in the moment. Williams, 8.6 seconds the gap to Temenga in P2. So maybe it won't be as smooth sailing. As Warner makes his mandatory stop. I think he was one of the first to do so. Versterger also coming into pit. We'll check on him to see if he fixed the damage. Boss also in. So Warner has got a bit of clear track. It's got Kabeko ahead of him. Sorry again if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Just let me know how to say it if you see this. 5 seconds ahead. Not the quickest driver in the world. But let's see if he gives Warner some issues trying to pass. Guiget still holding on. 2P3. I don't know how much he's holding on. Oh, it does look like Dodonna making the move. Looking to make the move. Brown very close. They're all very close. Fascinating potential fight. As Guiget comes into pit. Now, this might have been the wrong idea from Guiget. Typically, if you're the slower car, you want to wait and slow down the cars behind. You don't want to box early because now they've got clean air. Now, if Guiget was slower, that was all a big if. Maybe it was the slip keeping these boys in, but that Jaguar, I don't have much faith in it. So we could see, if these boys have good pit stops, them jump him. But in order to do that, I think they would have to push for another couple of laps before that pit window closes to guarantee that position gain. So like Versterger has repaired the damage. Now has a fresh. So speed in the pit lane. That's Temenga. Oh, Temenga. Stop go 30. That is a shame. So it looks like we won't get a Boatley 1-2. Could Guiget do the unthinkable and get that Jag in the P2? He'd be kicking himself there, Temenga. So we're still on board now with Brown and Dodonna. See if they opt to pit this lap or go one more. I think they would need to go one more at a good pace. As Dodonna gets all out of shape there. They are going for another. How quick were these laps? 2:02. Need to pick it up a little bit if they're gonna make the overcut work. Williams will be very much enjoying how this race has unfolded, especially with the Temenga drive-through. Sorry, the stop and go. Yeah, unless Williams has an issue, that's all but cemented P1. These boys, Brown and Dodonna, will need to work together here just to get past that Jag, and then they can fight later on. I think it'll probably be beneficial for Brown to pit this lap. Does look very comfortable at the minute. Dodonna may be slowing him slightly. A little bit of grass cutting there for Brown, just to keep his head in the game. Drive through for the 315, speeding the pit lane, that is Rutsch's. Guiget currently P8, and Warner chase him down 2 seconds behind. Brown and Dodonna opting to stay out. The only one this is benefiting right now, staying out, is the donut. I really should think about pitting. I think he is being held up now. I think they've done enough to get past Guiget. But the Brown needs to start thinking about the donor now. Or Didonna. I call him Didonna going forward. Brown doing very well to avoid any incidents there. Little moment for Didonna. That Honda looking like it's got grip for days. Looks very smooth. Very controlled. I think it's... Didonna will be thinking about his tyres now also after that at the chicane.
We are at the halfway mark. Keep pushing.
So both new drivers, let's hope they remember to turn on their pit limiter. Didonna now opts to come in, so Brown will need to make these laps count. Let's go on board with Guiget, who has made a bit of time on Warner, about a second since we last checked in. Let's go on board with Guiget and see where he comes, where Didonna comes out. Here's Guiget. Where are you? There you are. So I've just received word that Temenga is out of the race. Had an incident with a Porsche, I'm hearing, after his unfortunate pit stop. Not sure who that was with. It is a shame. So, where will Didonna come out? As Guiget, 2-minute flat for Guiget. These are good times. I think he's made the undercut work. Has made the undercut work. Beautiful drive from Guiget. Warner has made the undercut work. So a bit of a shake-up here after the pit stops. Maybe that fighting really not benefiting anyone. Didonna will be scratching his head where he's lost that time. As it stands, these are all net positions essentially. To see where Brown comes out, I think, but Brown will probably come out in P7. Guiget net P2. And Warner net P3. Absolute shake-up after this pit. So they thought Guiget was hard to get by. Let's can't wait for them to see how hard it is to get past Warner. Let's check in with Brown. Has opted to go long. Honda tyre life does seem very good. The times have fallen off a bit now, I think. 2:07 the last lap. Guiget was doing 2 flats. I don't think he knows how far Guiget's gotten ahead. Baz has found himself in P10. Cork running well in P12. He does have the Audi of D Herbert behind him. That Audi quick. So some good times coming out from all the drivers today. Looks like a very competitive grid. 35 minutes of racing. Still plenty of battles on track. So where is Brown? Brown is now in the pit. So I tell you what, we will stay on board. I think with Warner. See if he's managed to jump both Didonna and Brown. Warner showing good pace. 2-minute fours. We'll have the older tyres coming into the final stretch of the race. Didonna looks to have pace as well. So where will Brown come out? He's coming out of the pits now. So Brown has made the overcut work very nicely. That has got pot in front of Guiget. So Didonna must have had a moment or a very bad pit stop. I would assume it was the pit stop. Obviously manual pit limiter here at Thatch can put the heebie-jeebies into some drivers, and they go overly cautious into the pit, not wanting to get that stop go. Is understandable. Very good pit stop for Brown. So currently P1 Nat and Williams, P2 G Brown, P3 Guiget in the Jag. Donna looks to start threatening Al Warner. Oh, how quick that Nissan is in a straight line. Warner starting to go defensive. Well, this is what he'll be worried about. Will be the hanger straight. Here we go. Didonna looking to use as much of slipstream as he can. Looks for the outside. Warner not having it. Guiget still also close to Brown, 0.3 the gap. Brown will have cold tyres, would have been looking to warm them up. See if he can get back up to pace. 2 tenths now the gap between Warner and Didonna. You don't want dirty air in the maggots and brackets though. Has lost 2-3 tenths there. 20 minutes to go. This is going to be exhausting for Warner. I'm going to go on board with Guiget because he looks to be pressuring Brown. He should get more and more comfortable with the Jag. He's made the move on Brown. I'm gutted I've just missed that. Wild. Up into P2 now for Guiget in the Jag. And he's off. Guille is off, pushing too hard, keeps it out of the barriers. Now is that going to be a penalty for Guille? I cannot believe Guille has got on away without a giant penalty there. Has slowed and let Brown catch back up. It's good sport there. Do like to see it. Oh, this is wild. Thought they were going to try too wide through Maggots and Beckett's there. Both think better of it. Or at least Brown does.
Pit window is now closed.
Pit window is now closed. It's just everyone has made their mandatory stop. Yep. Warner still holding on to P3. Considering I think he started at P8. Big gains for Al Warner. He's going to have to do well to hold off that Nissan. What has happened here? Because Guille is registering P19 for me. Has that car screwed something up? I don't know, because it's showing him as a blue flag and then P19. Now, I could be wrong here. Big snapback for Brown. How he's kept that on the track, I don't know. But ever since that car, I don't know if it's registering Guille's laps. No, he's lost two laps down. Something is very wrong here. I wonder if something's gone wrong when he cut the track, or it's just a spectator bug. Yep, Wilson was thinking it's rallycross. I wonder if he's cut so much track there, it's not registering his lap, but I can't see that being the case. Very confused. I don't know if that's a mechanic. He should have just got like a drive-through for a cut like that. It shouldn't take away his entire laps. It should have still registered that lap. I have no idea what's happened here. Hopefully that's just a spectator bug. Either way, he's still not going to let Brown past. Got my relative is showing Guille a lap down. Let's go to Brown. Yeah, blue flag for saying Guille. So I think that giant car has screwed his race. I believe that's a bug. Maybe that's just for me and not for them. Wonder if Guille's noticed. I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I know Guille is streaming. I'm going to see what it says from his perspective. It does, indeed, on Wilson's stream, say he's a lap down. Let me see if I can make contact with the gentleman. See if I can get confirmation. Yep, so I can confirm that after that track cut, it has indeed messed up Wilson Guiget's lap counter. So it may say he's in P18. He's not. He is in P2. He's got no track cuts registered. So as it stands, we'll have to rectify this bug after the race. But Guiget is P2. So we'll keep an eye on this situation. So Brown will need to make this work. I'm trying everything he can. In my view, Guiget is entitled to defend the position. Due to that, I don't know why he's flashing. Everyone else is going to think that's a Euro blue flag too, Wilson. I've never seen that in my years of ACC, but it is a thing. Warner. The Didonna has managed to make a move on Warner. He finds himself now in P4, Warner. Didonna 1.2 seconds up the road. He's on the older tyres now in that Porsche. I'll be amazed if he manages to get back round Didonna, but never say never. Warner will give it everything. So right now we'll focus on the battle between Guiget and Brown. However, I do actually want to see what's going on. Versterger has recovered remarkably from that damage and being way back in 20th at one point, I believe. He's up to 13th now and chasing down Francis. Boss Jan just behind Versterger. Versterger's slowing. I'm not sure why he's done that. Maybe there was a little incident between the two. Brown really pushing Guiget all the way. Herbert's finding himself up in P9. It's a nice recovery from him also. Williams now just absolutely running away with it. 20-second gap now. Very lonely race for him up in P1. Baz running P7. Kevin Minderhood has managed to hold on to P6. Incredibly impressed with his drive here today at Silverstone. Francis up to P12 also. No man's land there. Robert finds himself in P8. He'd be happy with that. Cork up to P10 from P12, where he was earlier, but still being chased down by Abate. These guys had a fight earlier, and Abate did get the better of him. Somehow, Guiget's still holding off. Brown, again, don't take any notice of the relative. There's been some sort of lap counter bug for Guiget. He is in P2. Oh, they go side by side. In the cops. Oh, we're going to have a Hamilton-Verstappen situation. These boys are really pushing. It's a good exit for Brown. Bit of grass there for Brown. Daisy cutting. Wilson will hold on. 9 minutes left for him to keep P2. Abate has made the move on Cork up into P10. That's well, net P11 really. Here, if Baz is catching Digwell in P5. As Niels does head off the track, but this takes the scenic route. I hate to focus too much on one battle, but we're going to stay on board with Brown and Guiget. These guys, I don't think, have been more than 0.4 seconds behind each other for the last 15 minutes. Saying that, Brown has had a moment. Brown is off. I had to say it, didn't I? That will release Guiget. Brown has some work to do now. Warner has taken a position off of him. So has Didonna. Warner has done exactly what he needs to do. He's just been steady. Has been steady, consistent the entire race. Has found himself up into net P4. Obviously, again, Guiget's position not registering correctly. So everyone is actually positioned down beneath P2. Brown now will have his foot down, trying to hunt down these two cars ahead. He's had a very good race. It is a shame. See him down in P5. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Iron Brute. It's a bit gassy. Brown already taken chunks of time off of Warner. Honda looks fantastic with the tyres. Doesn't seem to slide. Very planted. A lovely sounding car as well. Bit of a slide there for Warner. I think, again, on the oldest tyres on the grid right now. Really starting to feel it with 5 minutes left. I'm going to look for the outside. This will allow Didonna to make even more time up. Then she secure that P4. Sorry, that P3. You know, something's Japanese when instead of opting for just a normal rear view mirror, they have to go put a camera in it and some sort of tech. Brown all over the back of Warner. Not able to get on the power as soon as he would like, though. See how much quicker Warner is into the turn 1 maggots. Brown does get the better exit. Looks for the inside, finds the gap. And Senna would be proud. Warner could do about that. I think Warner felt like he had squeezed the gap, but Brown really showing his class there. Fantastic move from Brown to fit up the inside there. Brown goes off. Warner says, thank you very much, all that hard work, I'm done. Two laps remaining. Can Brown get that move done again? Wonder what these little trips off track for Brown has done to his tyre balance. Starting to see a few more moments creep up, although that's a beautiful turn 1. So you'll see Warner get away from Mamiya, but then Brown make the gap back on the exit. The dirty air not helping him. Warner's tyres are just screaming. Now, how much space will Warner give him on the inside this time? Brown will opt for the outside. Warner will squeeze him to the outside. Brown will look for the switchback. It's not going. Warner will have to cover the inside. Warner showing him no route around him. A lap and a half left now for Brown to get this move done. Brown will have to have an immaculate last 3
Here's
minutes
the final lap now.
in order to get this move done and stuck. That's a close call there. I do love that livery, the AlphaTauri livery for that Honda. Brown looks to have the outside here. Oh, Warner squeezing. Real hard fighting. Oh, they go too wide into Maggots. Warner does a great job to hold the line. I think Brown will get the exit again though. Warner will need to go straight to the inside. He does. He covers it. Drive through for track limits. Sabate on the last lap. It's a shame. I think Brown's got this move done. We'll have the inside. Oh, a bit more contact, but yeah, gets the inside for the chicane. But Warner's not letting it go. And takes it back. Half a lap remains. This is wild racing. Warner giving it absolutely everything. Full beans to every corner. Brown goes for the outside. Warner will look for the switchback. And gets it. Three corners remaining. Very hard to get a pass done on these three corners. Brown goes for the inside. I think Warner was sleeping. More contact. Warner was sleeping a little bit there. Not sure about that one. But a fantastic race all around. Williams comes home P1. That'll be Guiget P2 because of that relative bug. Didona P3. I think it'll be Warner P4. Brown P5. The celebratory burnouts from Williams. A big old collision from his arch nemesis in our Warner. Broken fall has just gone mad. Started killing everyone. Beautiful race. To round that out, we'd like to remind everyone that there was a lap counter bug for Wilson Guiget. Says he's in P16, but he actually finished P2. So everyone, if you are above Guiget in the standings, +1 to your position, please, because he actually finished P2. There was a glitch in his lap counter. So that would be Williams P1, Guiget P2, Didona P3, Warner P4, Brown P5, Digwell P6, Baz P7, Robert P8, Midhood P9, Herbert P10. That's the top 10. It's a lovely exhibition there. Some good fun racing, boys. It is just an exhibition at the end of the day. But big news. So, if you are new, a new driver or a returning driver, I would all like you to check out our Discord to our community announcements, because the sign-ups for our GT3 season and GT4 season are live. So starting early January, you get the prelude races for each season. Mid-January, the seasons themselves will start. We are also turning our GT4 season into a 10-race season. So there is the announcements. If you go over to our community tab, you will see the links for the seasons above. We would love to see you all return or newly sign up. So 30 seats available in each championship. Go get signed up and get ready for the start of the 2025 seasons. Thank you everyone for taking part, and I'd like to also remind you, December the 16th is our last race of the year It is another exhibition. It is Christmas at the Nords multi-class GT3 GT4 race. All the GT3 seats, I believe, are taken, but there are some GT4 seats available. And who knows, if you want the GT3 spot, some might open up if people cannot make the event. So keep an eye on that. Thank you, everyone, for your participation. Whether you're driving or you're viewing, that was a great fun race, guys, in cars that usually don't see the light of day. So thank you, everyone, for your participation. Godspeed, God bless, and see you all next time.